Arweinydd grŵp UKIP, Neil.
Leader of the UKIP group, Neil Hamilton.
Carl Sargeant was a gentle giant, and I'm saddened beyond measure by the tragedy which occasions this tribute. Although the full story is yet to be established, Carl did not deserve to suffer as he did. I know from bitter personal experience the anguish which must have engulfed Carl and his family just over a week ago in the wake of the allegations against him. 16 years ago, my wife and I were both accused of rape, a story which became a tabloid sensation. Now, if you're in public life, then life is public, but unless you've experienced it, you can't fully appreciate the pressures created by the publicity and the sense of isolation that it engenders. The presumption of innocence to which all accused persons are entitled under British law often becomes obscured. It's easy for the public to forget that politicians are human beings with feelings, hopes, fears, emotions, and insecurities. They're not soap opera characters, but flesh and blood. Too often forgotten by critics swift to judgment stands the family behind the politicians, spouses, children, parents, and others. And Carl's family must feel as if they've been hit by an express train. I send them my most genuine condolences in their enduring distress, because that is the heartrending human cost of the political bear pit. I'm pleased that the coroner will be, quotes, examining carefully the steps taken by the Assembly to have regard to Mr. Sargeant's mental welfare prior to his death. Collectively, we clearly failed our late colleague in this respect. Now, Carl and I were diametrically opposed politically, and we cheerfully hurled verbal bricks at each other across the chamber, but he was a civilised and decent man, and big enough to recognise an opponent's sincerity, and he didn't allow political differences to preclude cordial relations outside the chamber. I indeed had a jokey conversation with him on the way back to our offices after the last plenary session a week ago, last Wednesday. I little thought that was the last time that I would see him. As a recent arrival here, I didn't know him very well, but I liked him for his avuncular geniality, his friendliness, and his authenticity. Above all, for his authenticity. He was a genuine man of the people, who never lost touch with his roots, and I believe still lived on the council estate where he grew up. He never acquired airs and graces, despite rising to and holding high office in government for many years. I frequently saw him sitting with Assembly catering staff or security in the canteen. He never saw himself as more important than anybody else. I admired him also for his candour and his openness. For example, I was impressed by the decisive way that he handled the failures of Communities First. He was not a man for stonewalling or self-justification. He shot straight from the shoulder and told it like it is. As a result, he earned my respect and perhaps blunted my sword. Carl's family has lost its mainspring. The Assembly has lost a worthy member. Wales has lost a devoted son. May he rest in peace, and let us all honour his memory.